Dear students, we are going to start next segment, gametogenesis. What is gametogenesis? The formation of gamete is called gametogenesis. From the male, female reproductive organs, primary sex organs are produce the gametes. The formation of gamete is called gametogenesis. We have two gametes from human beings. We have two gametes. One is the male gamete is sperm. Second one, female gamete is ovum. Ovum otherwise called as egg cell. So formation of sperm cell is called spermatogenesis. That is one of the process of gametogenesis. Formation of egg cell or ovum cell. This process is oogenesis. It is also the part of gametogenesis. Another one, formation of embryos called embryogenesis. That process manufactured by the primary cells organ from the male and female structure. Now we are going to start structure of male gamete cell sperm, structure of female gamete cell ovum, detailed structure. First one we are taking structure of human sperm. The structure of human sperm, it is a very smallest cell in our bodies. That cell, it is a from embryo, so it is called a gametes. That is cell structure. You are going three parts. One is the head, second one middle piece of bodies, second one middle piece of bodies, last one tail. That is sperm cell. Head part is spherical shape. The spherical shape of head structure from the sperm, it is contained the nucleus. Inside the nucleus presence of cytoplasm, and nucleus tops the presence of agrosome. The agrosome produces enzyme hyaluronase. That the enzyme produced by agrosome, it is helped to the sperm cell enter into the female gamete cell ovum inside. It is able to form an embryo, which means the union of the sperm form a zygote. This is called a fertilization. So fertilizations help from hyaluronase enzymes. Second one, middle piece of body mitochondria. It is contained spiral shape of mitochondria. The spiral shape of mitochondria, it is manufactured ATP molecules. It means adenosine triphosphate. The adenosine triphosphate, that is energy molecules, it is giving the to sperm cell. Because of the sperm cells, they are also from the semen fluids. Second one, tail. The tail is help to swing the sperm cells. That is structure of human sperm cells. Second one, structure of mature ovules. The structure of mature ovum also, it is very large cells. It is contained the nucleus. The nucleus around is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is covered by the cell membrane. The cell membrane otherwise called epithelial membranes. Another one, from the egg cells, three layers are there. One is the innermost layer, zona radiata. It is unstable membrane. It is temporary. That membrane replaced by zona pellucida. The zona pellucida, that is primary egg membrane. After that, from the egg cells form another follicular cells. That follicular cells outside again they will form secondary egg membrane. That name corona radiata. The corona radiata, it is secondary egg membrane. Around the secondary egg membranes forms another follicular cells. Form a third layer, that is called theca. The theca, it is a double layer. Theca interna, theca externa. Two layers are there. That is structure of female egg cells. The egg cells are released time of ovulations from the ovary to fallopian tubes. Both are sperm cell and egg cells both are fused from the fallopian tubes, form a zygote. Zygote from after, around the zygote, it is converted into zygote. When additional membranes are formed, that name polygamy. The polygamy, it is additional membrane. It is formed after zygote formations. Its main function, polygamy it is avoided more than one sperm should not enter the womb inside. It is prevented by polygamy. That is structure of female womb cell. Dear students, now we are going to start in fourth segment, menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle, otherwise called as classes of ovulations. The menstrual cycles, it occurs mature female body every month after 20 days. Release the womb atoms from the ovary. That is called ovulation. The ovulation, otherwise called as menstrual cycle. That the menstrual cycle, it will start on the puberty stage. Puberty means the sexual maturity. From the female puberty stage, we have 11 to 13 years. From the male, 12 to 14 years. After there is growth, the reproductive organs, which means from the female puberty, which means the reproductive organ ready to functions. The ovary can frequently, every month frequently can produce womb atom or egg cells. From that is called puberty. The first time release from the ovary womb atom, that is called puberties. Onset the puberty name is called, which is menarche. End of the menstrual cycles, the age of mature women 48 to 50 years. Duration of menstrual cycles, it occurs every month after 20 days. Now, the menstrual cycle, we are going to look at four parts. One is the menstrual phase, or otherwise called as destructive phase. It will take 4 to 5 days. Second one, follicular phase or proliferative phase. It will take 6 to 13 days. Third one, ovulative phases. It will take 14 days. Last one, luteal phase. It will take 15 to 20 days. First one, menstrual cycle, which means the mature female body, ovary, every month after 20 days ultimately produce egg cells from the ovary. That is called the menstrual cycle. It will take a first segment, menstrual phase or destructive phase, which means the follicular cells get matured, converted into Graafian follicles. Follicular cells get matured, Graafian follicles. The Graafian follicles are, they will get have to release the egg cells. At the same time, the follicular cells and Graafian follicles, follicular cells and the Graafian follicles are both are secrete hormone. One is the estrogen, second one progesterone. The two hormones are attacked to ovary inside presence of endometrium. The ovary is a spherical shape. The ovary inside present endometrium. The endometrium frequently affected by the estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen, progesterone that result from the uterus wall. Endometrium was released from the attachment. In the gap, release of blood or bleeding the blood, that is called process of ovulations or menstrual cycles. It's the first cycles. Second one, follicular phase or proliferative phases. The follicular phase or proliferative phases, it will start from under the influence of FSH hormone released from the pituitary. FSH hormone released from the pituitary, that the hormones are reached to ovaries. When the hormones are reached to ovary, inside the ovary, presence of follicular cells, the small size of follicular cells gradually are going to develop and finally convert into Graafian follicles. When the follicular cells are inside the ovary, presence of follicular cells, the follicular cells gradually increase in the size, finally convert into Graafian follicles. At the time of development, the follicular cells and Graafian follicle, it will produce two hormones. One is the estrogen, second one progesterone. When the final stage development is complete, from the pituitary, FSH hormone secretion start. After that, From the same pituitary, same adenohypophysis produce another hormone, LH hormone. The LH hormone reach to ovary, attack to Graafian follicles. That before, when the LH hormone released before, under the influence of FSH hormone, attack to follicular cells gradually increase in size, finally completely matures. That cell name Graafian follicles. The Graafian follicles cells name follicular phase or flow liberating phases. It will take 6 to 13 days. Second one, ovulating phases. And under the influence of LH hormone, attack to Graafian follicles. Graafian follicles are acute. Finally, the egg cells. That is called ovulating phases. It will take 14 days. Second one, luteal phase. Under the influence of estrogen progesterone hormone, attack from the uterine wall, that will be released. Which means the attachment is released from the gap leaving the blood. The blood is released from the uterus to cervical part to vagina, finally to blood. That is called luteal phases. It will take 15 to 20 days. This is the process. Ovulations. Okay, students, we are going to start next segment, fertilization to development of fetus. Development of fetus. It is into the first one, formation of zygote. The formation of zygote. What is formation of zygote? Means the union of egg and sperm. The union of egg and sperm, it will form a zygote, which means both gametes, female gamete egg cells, male gamete sperm cells, both are going to join time of populations from the fallopian tubes. It is formed zygote. Zygote is a single cell but diploid nucleus, because one nucleus getting from sperm cells, another nucleus getting from sperm cells. So n plus n equal to 2n, the 2n nucleus. Zygote is a 2n nucleus but single cell, so it's a diploid cells. Zygote is a diploid cells. The diploid cell zygote forming process is called fertilizations. The fertilized after a single cell, it is going to further divide into mitoid division. Throughout the mitoid divisions, once zygote cells are divided into two cells are divided into 4 cells. The 4 cells are divided into 8 cells. At the 8 cell stage, that is called cleavage. Formation of embryo, first one zygote. Zygote is single cell develop into 2 cells are developed into 4 cells are developed into 8. The 8 cell stage is called which is cleavage. It is embryo formation. Third stage, the formation of blastula, which means after 30 hours. The 8 cells are converted into 32 cells. The 32 cells are converted into 64. The 64 converted into 120. Going this multiplications, the cells are converted into blastula. Blastula finally became a ball-like structure that is called a gastrula. The gastrula stage, the embryo attached to the wall of uterus. This process, which is fallopian tubes, finally leads to embryo. Finally leads to the embryo attached to the wall of uterus. From the uterus, embryo forming process is called implantation. Implantation means the embryo attached with the wall of uterus, that is called implantations. Implantations after few hours, it will convert to gastration. Gastration means the formation of germ layers. Human embryo at the gastration stage, it will form 3 embryonic layers. One is the outermost layer, ectoderm. ECTO, ectoderms, that is outermost layer. This is human embryo. That is outermost layer, ectoderm. Middlemost layer, mesoderm. Innermost layer, endoderms. Innermost layer, endoderms. That is germ layer. From the human embryo, germ layer forming process is called the gastration periods. The gestation period comes after final placenta, because from the human embryo, 3 layers are there. Outermost layer, ectoderm, middlemost layer, mesoderm, innermost layer, endoderm. From each layer, from each organ and organ system, many tissues are formed from this layer. So this layer comes after from the embryo form placenta. The placenta is our types of connective tissue. The placenta is our types of connective tissue. The placenta, it is nothing but not anything special to, that is a blood vessel. The blood vessel only active between the two organisms. One is the mother, second one fetus. Fetus, which means the baby is living in mother uterus. FOE, fetus means the baby living in the pregnancy mother uterus inside, that is called fetus. So placenta is a connective tissue. The connective tissue, it is active with the mother and fetus. The mother giving the nutrient to fetus, the fetus receive the nutrients, utilize the energy forms, convert into waste materials. That waste materials again pass from the fetus to mother bodies. So mother body and the fetus, between the two organisms or the mother and fetus, nutrient, gases and waste materials are exchanged through the placenta. So placenta is a connective tissue. Placenta, nothing special to, it's a blood vessel. It is only active in the mother and the fetus. That is called the placenta. The placenta and the mother uterus is a present. Another word is called the umbilical cord. The umbilical cord, it is present with the mother uterus and the placenta between. Presence of a small tube-like structure, that is called the umbilical cord. The umbilical cord main function, it is prevent the pressure and more dangerous activities should not pass to fetus. It is prevented by umbilical cord. So umbilical cord present between the placenta and the mother uterine wall. So this is a form from the placenta and umbilical cords are formed from the corpus luteum. The corpus luteum, it is after ovulations, the Golgi follicles act as a transition endocrine glands. The transition endocrine gland, after the formation of embryo, it is converted into placenta. The placenta exchange the material between the mother and the fetus. Second one, pregnancy periods. The pregnancy periods, it will take 280 days or 9 months from the mother body. The pregnancy mother duration is called the pregnancy period. The pregnancy period 280 days or 9 months. That baby is called the pregnancy periods. After 280 days, the baby is released from the uterus. That is called childbirth. The childbirth otherwise called as pasteurization. So pasteurization means the baby is released from the uterus to vaginal part. That is called childbirth. So all the process, which is from the uterus to vagina, baby releasing process called childbirth. The childbirth process controlled by oxytocin. The oxytocin hormone is released from pituitary. The pituitary gave two lobes. One is the antelobe adenohypophysis. Second lobe neurohypophysis posterior. From the neurohypophysis, two hormones are released. One is the oxytocin. Second one vasopressin. Vasopressin react on the urine tubes, which means urinary tubes. But the oxytocin hormones are react on the pelvic region, especially from the uterus wall. From the uterus wall, at the time of child release, the uterus muscle they want contract and relax. Then only the child baby is released from mother uterus. So at the time of child release, uterus muscle contracts and relaxation process stimulated by oxytocin hormone. So the oxytocin hormone otherwise called as rapid birth hormone or childbirth hormone. So from the uterus, the baby is released. That is called the childbirth. After the childbirth, from the pituitary, release the oxytocin hormones. They are active on the mammary glands. From the mammary glands, presence of myoepithelial cells. The myoepithelial cells are, they will secrete the milk. The first time produced from the breast, the myoepithelial cells produce the milk. That is called the colostrum. The colostrum they must give to the newborn babies because of this highly immunity power, highly electric content, highly nutrients. Then only the newborn baby immunity power will be rise. The colostrum is a more antibodies present materials, they are passed to the children, so newborn babies. So that is called lactation periods. We will discuss